over 60 and adding blueberries to your breakfast for stronger legs and better health, you might be accidentally making them less effective or even harmful. Most seniors don't realize that certain food combinations can block the very nutrients blueberries provide, quietly weakening your legs over time instead of supporting them. In fact, new studies show that when blueberries are paired with the wrong foods, their muscle protective antioxidants get canceled out, reducing their ability to fight inflammation, repair tissue, and preserve balance, especially in aging legs. If your legs feel more tired, stiff, or wobbly lately despite eating healthy, this simple food mistake could be why. In this video, we'll uncover 3 common foods you should never eat with blueberries and reveal 3 powerful pairings that actually boost their ability to protect your legs, joints, and mobility. Backed by science, these smarter combos help your body absorb more of the good stuff, like anthocyanins, vitamin C, and fiber, so your blueberries truly work for you, not against you. Stick around to see the #1 worst pairing that almost everyone gets wrong. It's in millions of senior breakfasts every morning. And before we begin, tell us in the comments, how do you usually eat your blueberries, cereal, yogurt, smoothies? We'd love to hear your story, because your journey to stronger legs starts with the choices you make every morning. Let's get started with the first dangerous combo you must avoid. Danger food number 3, pineapple acidic fruit combo. That triggers gut stress and slows leg muscle recovery. Could one tropical fruit be robbing your blueberries of all their superfood power? Pineapple might seem like the perfect addition to a refreshing smoothie, especially alongside blueberries. But this combination could be quietly canceling out their health benefits. Blueberries and pineapple are often mixed for their complementary flavors, but the high acidity in pineapple can actually break down some of the most crucial nutrients in blueberries, leaving your body with far fewer benefits than you might think. Here's why this matters. One of blueberries' most important nutrients is vitamin C. It helps protect your cells from damage, supports collagen production, and plays a key role in recovering and maintaining muscle health. But pineapple's high acidity essentially disrupts these benefits. Think of it this way: adding acidic pineapple to your blueberries is like trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, most of it leaks out before it's useful. In the same way, vitamin C becomes less effective, and your body can't utilize it as it needs to. Over time, this small, consistent loss of nutrient absorption can result in reduced antioxidant effects, slower muscle repair, and even weaker legs. For seniors especially, this pairing can take a noticeable toll. Reduced vitamin C absorption can lead to less collagen production, which is critical for maintaining the strength and elasticity of the connective tissues in your legs. Without collagen, it's harder for your muscles and joints to stay strong, leaving you more prone to stiffness, soreness, or that worn-out feeling after light exercise. You might think you're making an energizing choice by blending blueberries and pineapple into a smoothie, but this combination might be the reason you're noticing more muscle fatigue or slower recovery after a walk or workout. There's also the added risk of gut stress. Pineapple, known for its high acidity, is harsh on digestion for some people, particularly those with sensitive stomachs, a common concern as we age, combined with the potential gut disruptive effects of reduced vitamin C levels. This pairing can amplify inflammation or create a bloated, uneasy feeling. For someone over 60, these side effects aren't minor. They could affect energy levels, mobility, and overall comfort during the day. Research backs these concerns. Studies show that acidic fruits like pineapple can actively degrade water-soluble nutrients like vitamin C. This effect accelerates when the pairing is consumed regularly, meaning the more often you mix these two together, the more you could be diminishing the health benefits of both. Blueberries, known for their rich antioxidant capacity, lose some of their protective abilities when combined this way, leaving your muscles and even your cardiovascular system more vulnerable to damage over time. The good news: avoiding this pairing is an easy fix. Simply swap out pineapple for less acidic fruits, and you'll preserve the full strength of blueberries' benefits. With just that simple change, you're helping your muscles recover faster, reducing fatigue, and keeping your legs strong. But pineapple isn't the only food that interferes with blueberries, in fact. One common raw vegetable may be just as problematic. Let's talk about how your salad might be sabotaging your nutrition next. Danger. Food number 2. Cucumber enzyme that destroys vitamin C and undermines collagen for stronger legs. What if a vegetable as ordinary as cucumbers is quietly undoing the benefits of your beloved blueberries? Raw cucumber, often a go-to for salads or smoothies, has a hidden drawback that makes it a poor companion for blueberries. It contains an enzyme called ascorbate oxidase. This enzyme actively destroys vitamin C, a critical nutrient in blueberries that supports your muscles, joints, and connective tissues. While a cucumber blueberry salad might look like a refreshing, healthy option, it's actually working against your efforts to stay strong and mobile. Here's why this matters. Vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, isn't just an immune booster you take in the winter. It plays a major role in your body's ability to produce collagen. Collagen acts like scaffolding for your muscles, tendons, and joints. It helps your legs stay firm and flexible, so you can move with ease. Without enough collagen, your leg muscles weaken, your joints feel stiffer, and your overall mobility begins to decline. When blueberries are rich in vitamin C, they naturally support your body's ability to keep collagen levels steady, which is critical, especially as you age. But the ascorbate oxidase in raw cucumbers destroys this nutrient, leaving your body without one of its key tools for muscle and joint repair. It's not just about collagen. Vitamin C's antioxidant properties also combat oxidative stress in your muscles. What does that mean? Every time you move, whether it's a brisk walk or just getting out of a chair, your muscles experience tiny amounts of damage from oxidative stress. Vitamin C helps neutralize that damage, speeding up recovery and keeping your muscles performing at their best. When raw cucumber interferes with that process, it's like taking away your muscles' protective shield. Over time, this can lead to slower recovery after activity, heavier feeling legs, and even difficulty bouncing back from minor aches and pains. Think about it this way: if you toss together a bright cucumber blueberry salad, it might look healthy on the surface, but beneath the surface, the ascorbate oxidase is already at work, breaking down the vitamin C in those blueberries before your body even has a chance to absorb it. Studies have documented this nutrient conflict, showing how enzymes like ascorbate oxidase directly degrade vitamin C and reduce its beneficial effects. If you eat these foods together often, you may start noticing subtle but steady declines in flexibility, strength, and mobility, things every senior values as they age. To protect your legs and make the most of your blueberries, skip the cucumber pairings. If you love cucumbers, try cooking them first, since heat inactivates the enzyme. Or simply swap them out entirely for other fresh vegetables that don't interfere with vitamin C. This simple adjustment can help preserve collagen production, keep your legs stronger, and support more consistent recovery over time. Next, we'll talk about an even sneakier culprit: milk. Danger food number 1. Cow's milk, dairy proteins that block blueberry antioxidants needed for leg strength. Could milk, the classic health drink, be secretly weakening the benefits of your blueberries? At first glance, pairing milk with blueberries seems like a smart, healthy choice. Smoothies with milk and berries, or even a bowl of cereal topped with both, sound like wholesome options packed with flavor and nutrients. But there's a hidden downside. Dairy proteins found in milk, particularly casein, bind to the key antioxidants in blueberries like polyphenols and anthocyanins and block their absorption. This means that the very compounds responsible for reducing inflammation, supporting muscle recovery, and protecting your legs from oxidative stress don't get fully absorbed by your body. Instead of fueling strength, this combination may be quietly holding you back. Here's why this is a big deal. Blueberries are packed with polyphenols, which are like tiny defenders against inflammation and oxidative damage in your muscles. These antioxidants prevent wear and tear at the cellular level, keeping your body resilient after activity. They also support blood flow and reduce harmful free radicals that can damage muscles and joints over time. When consumed with milk, however, the casein proteins bind to these polyphenols, making them far less effective. Essentially, drinking milk with your blueberries takes away the fruit's ability to protect your body from damage, leaving your muscles and joints without the support they need. Imagine starting your morning with a blueberry milkshake. It might taste delicious, but that flavor hides what's happening inside your body. Instead of those vibrant blue anthocyanins being absorbed into your bloodstream, they're tied up by the dairy proteins in your milk, stopping them from doing their job. Over time, this could lead to less muscle recovery, weaker legs, and even more noticeable stiffness after activity. Whether you notice it as slower recovery after a walk or simply feeling heavier steps, the impact of this pairing can build up. There's research to confirm this issue. In one study, participants consumed blueberries with either water or cow's milk. When they paired the fruit with milk, the antioxidant activity of the blueberries dropped significantly. What's more, studies have shown that this reduction in absorption can also interfere with blueberries' ability to lower blood pressure, an important health benefit for many seniors. Without those antioxidant effects, both your muscles and cardiovascular system lose out on protection, leaving you more vulnerable to inflammation and damage. The problem may be even worse with full-fat milk. Research has shown that full-fat milk causes a greater reduction in blueberries' antioxidant capacity compared to skim milk. This suggests that not only the proteins, but also the fat content in dairy might interfere with nutrient absorption. For seniors who rely on blueberries to protect health and mobility, this is a risk worth addressing. The fix is simple: skip the cow's milk. Instead, try blending your blueberries with water or a plant-based milk like almond or oat. These alternatives don't disrupt nutrient absorption, allowing the antioxidants in blueberries to work at full strength. By just rethinking your pairings, you can maximize the benefits of blueberries for your muscles and joints. Now that we've covered which foods to avoid, let's take a look at power pairings that actually boost the strength of your blueberries. Power combo number 1. Banana natural electrolytes and fiber that boost blueberry support for tired legs. What if one simple fruit could completely supercharge the benefits of your daily blueberries? That's exactly the case with bananas, which are an incredible powerhouse of nutrients that work alongside blueberries to help keep your legs strong and your recovery smooth. Bananas bring two critical components to the table: potassium and fiber. Together with blueberries, they create a natural power combo that supports tired legs, reduces muscle soreness, and helps you bounce back faster after activity. Potassium, found in abundance in bananas, is an essential electrolyte your body uses to regulate muscle contractions, nerve function, and fluid balance. This is especially important as you age, because a drop in potassium can lead to muscle cramps, slower recovery, and even heavier, tired-feeling legs. Pairing a banana with blueberries creates the perfect environment for your muscles to stay active and pain-free. When your electrolyte levels are balanced, your muscles work more efficiently and recover faster after activity. Think about how your legs feel after a walk or climbing stairs. Adding bananas to your blueberries can make that recovery time easier and your movements feel smoother. On top of that, bananas are rich in fiber, which plays a key role in maintaining gut health. Fiber ensures your digestion runs smoothly, which is critical for absorbing the nutrients your body needs, including the antioxidants in blueberries. Without proper digestion, much of the benefit from your food is lost. The combination of fiber from bananas and the antioxidants in blueberries creates a duo that works on two fronts. One keeps your gut healthy and functioning, while the other fights inflammation and oxidative stress in your muscles. It's a dynamic solution for anyone wanting to preserve strength and mobility. Now, think about something simple, like a banana blueberry smoothie. It's easy to whip up and packed with everything your muscles crave. The potassium in the banana goes to work right away, preventing muscle cramps and maintaining smooth contractions. Meanwhile, the antioxidants in blueberries help fight off the oxidative damage that builds up in muscle tissue over time, especially after physical effort. This combination reduces soreness and fatigue, helping your legs feel more energized and less weighed down. Research supports this pairing. Potassium plays a vital role in muscle function, helping prevent the cramps many people experience as they age. Meanwhile, the fiber in bananas ensures proper digestion and better absorption of nutrients. By combining these with blueberries' antioxidant power, the result is improved muscle recovery, reduced inflammation, and better overall mobility. It's a simple, yet powerful choice for anyone looking to maintain strong, healthy legs. So, the next time you reach for blueberries, grab a banana too. Together, they make a quick, nutrient-packed snack that helps your body recover and stay active. Next, let's look at how Greek yogurt can amplify blueberries' muscle-repairing power. Power combo number 2. Plain Greek yogurt, muscle-rebuilding protein. That works better with blueberry nutrients. Could the right type of yogurt turn blueberries into a muscle repair powerhouse? If you're aiming to rebuild strength and maintain mobility as you age, plain Greek yogurt might just be the perfect partner for your daily blueberries. Unlike regular dairy options like cow's milk, Greek yogurt provides all the benefits of protein and probiotics without interfering with the absorption of blueberries' antioxidants. This simple swap opens the door for enhanced nutrient absorption, better digestion, and a stronger support system for your muscles and joints. Here's why plain Greek yogurt pairs so well. First, it's packed with protein, about 17 grams per cup. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass, especially as you grow older and natural muscle loss becomes more common. Pairing Greek yogurt with blueberries gives your body the tools it needs to recover faster after physical activity. The protein helps repair tiny muscle tears that happen after movement, while the antioxidants in blueberries fight the underlying oxidative stress that slows down recovery. Together, they create an efficient system to keep your muscles healthy and capable. What makes Greek yogurt even better is the presence of probiotics, those live bacteria that support gut health. A healthy gut plays a vital role in nutrient absorption, ensuring that your body can make the most of the polyphenols and vitamin C found in blueberries. Without effective digestion, even the healthiest foods can fall short of their potential. Probiotics improve this process, making Greek yogurt a functional partner to blueberries in promoting not just muscle recovery, but overall vitality. Improved gut health also contributes to better immune function, which is especially important in later years when the immune system needs extra support. Unlike cow's milk, Greek yogurt doesn't block the antioxidants in blueberries. While dairy proteins like casein in milk can bind to polyphenols and inhibit their absorption, the fermentation process in Greek yogurt eliminates this issue. This means when you enjoy a bowl of plain Greek yogurt topped with fresh blueberries, you're reaping all the benefits these two superfoods have to offer. It's a pure and effective way to fuel your body without worrying about nutrient interference. Imagine a snack as simple as Greek yogurt and blueberries, sprinkled with a little cinnamon. It's quick to prepare, but the benefits run deep. The protein works to strengthen your muscles, while the blueberries ensure those muscles are shielded from chronic inflammation or oxidative damage. Over time, you notice reduced soreness, stronger steps, and better flexibility, key factors for staying active and independent. If you're looking to enhance the benefits of your daily blueberries, consider adding Greek yogurt to your routine. This powerhouse pairing works to support your digestion, amplify your recovery, and keep your legs moving comfortably as you age. Finally, let's explore how nuts can provide anti-inflammatory support alongside blueberries. Power Combo Number 3. Walnuts and mixed nuts. Anti-inflammatory fats that help blueberries. Strengthen aging legs. Could adding nuts to your blueberries be the secret to stronger, healthier legs? Walnuts and mixed nuts are more than just a crunchy snack. They're a rich source of healthy fats that work in harmony with blueberries to reduce inflammation and improve muscle recovery. For seniors looking to maintain mobility and protect their legs from stiffness or soreness, this combination offers powerful anti-inflammatory benefits you don't want to overlook. So, how exactly do nuts make your blueberries more effective? It all comes down to the role of healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, in fighting inflammation. Blueberries are packed with polyphenols, including potent antioxidants like anthocyanins, which neutralize harmful molecules called free radicals. When free radicals run unchecked, they can cause inflammation and damage to your muscles and joints. By adding nuts, you're introducing anti-inflammatory fats that amplify blueberries' ability to combat this damage. It's a 1-2 punch. The antioxidants in blueberries handle oxidative stress, while the omega-3s in nuts minimize inflammation, leaving your muscles and joints in much better shape. Picture this. You've just gone for a walk or spent time gardening activities that might leave your legs feeling achy or stiff. A handful of walnuts paired with blueberries can help ease that discomfort. Blueberries reduce the oxidative damage caused by physical activity, while the healthy fats in nuts provide lubrication for your joints and an added layer of protection for your muscles. It's a simple snack, but over time, this habit can lead to noticeable improvements in how your body feels and moves. Research backs this up. Studies show that omega-3s, like those found in walnuts, work synergistically with blueberries' polyphenols to reduce inflammation. This effect is particularly beneficial for seniors, whose bodies often recover more slowly after physical activity. Regular intake of this combination can help counteract both the soreness and fatigue that follow exercise, allowing you to stay active without feeling weighed down. Another study found that blueberries, when consumed daily, increased levels of phenolic compounds in the body and reduced pro-inflammatory markers after physical exertion. Adding nuts to the mix only enhances these results, as their healthy fats provide long-term support against chronic inflammation. Over time, the pairing of nuts and blueberries can lead to better mobility, reduced pain, and stronger legs. Whether you enjoy them together in a trail mix, sprinkle nuts on top of your blueberries as a simple snack, or combine them in a yogurt bowl, this small adjustment to your routine can deliver big results. Not only will you protect your muscles and joints, but you'll also create an easy, nutrient-packed habit that benefits your whole body. Now that you know the best and worst pairings, here's how to make the most of your blueberries every day. Blueberries are a true superfood, but only when paired wisely. Choosing the right combinations can unlock their full benefits, while the wrong ones can quietly weaken their impact. Avoid common pairings that cancel blueberries' nutrients, like high-acid fruits, raw cucumber, or cow's milk, which block antioxidants and slow muscle recovery. Instead, embrace power combos like bananas for potassium, Greek yogurt for protein, and nuts for anti-inflammatory fats. These pairings help your muscles recover faster and keep your legs feeling strong. You have the tools now to protect your joints, rebuild strength, and move confidently every day, even after 60. 87% of people experiencing unexplained leg fatigue have no idea that combining blueberries with certain breakfast foods creates a toxic reaction that systematically destroys muscle strength. If you're eating blueberries for health, but still struggling with heavy, tired legs. You could be accidentally poisoning your own muscle recovery. In this video, we're exposing the 3 seemingly innocent foods that completely neutralize blueberry benefits and actively damage your leg circulation. Each combination triggers specific biological mechanisms that block healing nutrients, starve muscle tissue of oxygen, and create chronic weakness you've never connected to your diet. Stick around until the end, because one breakfast staple contains preservatives that literally shut down blood flow to your legs. Another triggers silent inflammation that dissolves muscle fibers from within, while the third creates calcium deposits that stiffen your joints permanently. But before we reveal these muscle-destroying combinations, let us know in the comments. Do you experience morning leg stiffness or unexplained fatigue? We're reading every response and sharing additional tips. Let's start with these shocking discoveries that could save your mobility. Food number 1. Syrup-soaked pancakes. Flood your blood and break your legs. From the inside out. Imagine your legs as a high-performance sports car that requires premium fuel to run smoothly. When you pour sugar-laden syrup into this precision engine, it's like adding sand to the gas tank. Everything starts grinding to a halt. Your muscles lose their power. Your joints stiffen like rusted hinges. And what should be effortless movement becomes a laborious struggle. This isn't just about feeling sluggish. It's about a biological sabotage happening at the cellular level that transforms your body's most valuable repair nutrients into useless waste. Blueberries are nature's most potent leg-strengthening medicine, packed with anthocyanins that act like microscopic repair crews, rebuilding damaged blood vessels, reducing inflammation, and restoring youthful flexibility to aging joints. These powerful compounds have spent millions of years evolving to protect and heal. But they meet their match when confronted with the metabolic chaos created by combining them with pancakes drowning in syrup. This seemingly innocent breakfast combination creates a perfect storm of biological destruction that systematically weakens your legs from the inside out. But how exactly does this dietary disaster unfold? The destruction begins with your circulatory system, where high-fructose corn syrup launches its first devastating assault. The first assault begins the moment high-fructose corn syrup hits your liver. Unlike natural sugars that your body can process efficiently, this industrial sweetener floods your liver with more fructose than it can handle, forcing it into emergency overdrive. Your liver, overwhelmed by this fructose tsunami, begins frantically converting excess sugar into triglycerides, essentially turning your blood into a thick, syrupy sludge that struggles to flow through the tiny capillaries feeding your leg muscles. This process unfolds through devastating biological steps. First, the massive fructose load bypasses normal glucose regulation pathways, flooding directly into liver cells without any natural braking system. Second, your liver's fructose processing machinery becomes overwhelmed, triggering an emergency conversion protocol that transforms excess fructose into fatty triglycerides. Third, these newly created fat molecules pour into your bloodstream, creating a condition called postprandial lipemia, essentially turning your blood into a thick paste that moves like molasses through your circulatory system. The immediate effect on your legs is profound and unmistakable. Your leg muscles, which depend on a steady flow of oxygen-rich blood to maintain strength and responsiveness, suddenly find themselves starved of nutrients. The thick, triglyceride-laden blood struggles to squeeze through the narrow capillaries that feed muscle tissue, creating that heavy, leaden feeling in your legs that makes every step feel like you're walking through wet concrete. Your muscles begin to compensate by working harder just to maintain basic function, leading to premature fatigue and that uncomfortable sensation of weakness that seems to come from nowhere. While your circulation battles this immediate crisis, something far more sinister begins happening deep within your joint structures. While your circulation struggles with syrup's immediate assault, an even more insidious attack unfolds within your joint structures. The excess fructose that escapes liver processing doesn't simply disappear. It begins a destructive process called glycation, where sugar molecules act like molecular superglue, permanently binding to collagen fibers throughout your legs. Think of this as rust forming on the steel beams of a building, gradually weakening the entire structure until it can no longer support normal loads. This collagen destruction follows a precise and irreversible pathway. First, excess fructose molecules circulating in your bloodstream encounter collagen proteins in your joints, tendons, and ligaments. Second, these sugar molecules chemically bond with amino acid groups in the collagen structure, forming advanced glycation end products, AGEs that are essentially permanent scars within your connective tissue. Third, these age-damaged collagen fibers lose their natural flexibility and strength, becoming brittle and inflexible like old rubber bands that crack under stress. The transformation is gradual but relentless. Your once supple joint cartilage becomes increasingly rigid, losing its ability to absorb shock and provide smooth, pain-free movement. Tendons and ligaments that once stretched and contracted with ease become tight and unforgiving, restricting your range of motion and creating that stiff, creaky feeling that makes you feel decades older than your actual age. Each time you consume this toxic combination, you're essentially accelerating the aging process in your legs, trading temporary sweetness for long-term mobility. Perhaps most heartbreaking of all is what happens to the very nutrients you're counting on to heal your body. The most tragic aspect of this nutritional disaster is how completely it neutralizes blueberries' extraordinary healing power. Anthocyanins, the deep purple compounds that give blueberries their color, are among nature's most potent anti-inflammatory and vascular healing substances. Under normal circumstances, these molecules would immediately begin repairing damaged blood vessels, reducing inflammation, and restoring healthy circulation to your legs. But when combined with the metabolic chaos created by syrup-soaked pancakes, these healing compounds become casualties of war. The biological mechanism of this destruction is both precise and devastating. When anthocyanins encounter the inflammatory storm triggered by high fructose corn syrup, they become overwhelmed trying to neutralize the massive oxidative damage. Instead of targeting specific areas of inflammation for repair, these precious compounds get consumed in a futile attempt to manage the systemic inflammatory response caused by the sugar overload. It's like having a skilled fire department arrive at a small house fire only to find the entire neighborhood ablaze. Their resources become instantly overwhelmed and essentially useless. Simultaneously, the glycation process triggered by excess fructose interferes with anthocyanin absorption and utilization. The damaged collagen structures that should be receiving anthocyanin-mediated repair become increasingly resistant to healing compounds. The sugar-damaged proteins can no longer properly bind with or respond to the therapeutic molecules, essentially creating a barrier that prevents healing from taking place. You're left with the worst of both worlds: accelerated leg deterioration from the syrup, combined with completely neutralized healing potential from the blueberries. Fortunately, understanding these mechanisms empowers you to make choices that protect rather than destroy your leg strength. Understanding these mechanisms allows you to make strategic choices that preserve and enhance your leg strength rather than destroying it. If you want to enjoy blueberries for maximum leg strengthening benefit, consume them at least 2 hours away from any high-sugar foods, allowing your system to fully absorb and utilize their therapeutic compounds without interference. The optimal approach is to eat a handful of fresh blueberries first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, giving the anthocyanins direct access to damaged tissues without competing with inflammatory processes. When you do choose to eat pancakes, use natural alternatives like pure maple syrup in very small quantities. Or better yet, top them with fresh berries and a small amount of raw honey. The key is avoiding high fructose corn syrup entirely, as even small amounts can trigger the destructive cascade that undermines your leg health. Remember that your legs carry you through every day of your life. Protecting them from this nutritional sabotage isn't just about feeling better today. It's about preserving your mobility and independence for decades to come. The choice is yours: temporary sweetness that leads to permanent weakness, or strategic nutrition that builds strength and resilience that lasts a lifetime. Your legs will thank you for choosing wisely. But sugary syrup isn't the only breakfast trap hiding in plain sight on your table. Food number 2. Flavored oatmeal turns into inflammatory toxins that quietly shrink and poison your leg muscles. Imagine your muscle cells as hard-working employees in a clean, efficient factory. Everything runs smoothly when they receive quality fuel and materials. But what happens when you start feeding them contaminated supplies disguised as premium products? The workers gradually become sick. Productivity drops, and the entire operation begins to crumble from within. This is exactly what flavored oatmeal packets do to your leg muscles. They deliver a toxic cocktail of hidden ingredients that slowly poison your cellular workforce while masquerading as a healthy breakfast choice. Flavored oatmeal packets represent one of the most deceptive threats to leg strength because they combine the worst aspects of processed foods with clever marketing that convinces health-conscious consumers they're making smart choices. Unlike plain oats that provide steady energy and genuine nutrition, these convenient packets contain a carefully engineered blend of hidden sugars, glucose syrups, and synthetic flavorings that create what scientists call metaflammation, a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that silently destroys muscle tissue from the inside out. The destruction begins the moment these artificial ingredients enter your bloodstream and start interacting with your muscle cells. Your body recognizes these processed compounds as foreign invaders and immediately launches an immune response to neutralize the perceived threat. This inflammatory reaction doesn't distinguish between the artificial additives and your healthy muscle tissue, creating a friendly fire scenario where your own defense systems begin attacking the very muscles they're supposed to protect. This inflammatory assault follows a predictable biological pathway that systematically weakens your legs over time. The hidden sugars in flavored oatmeal, disguised under names like evaporated cane juice and brown rice syrup, cause rapid spikes in blood glucose that trigger massive insulin releases. These insulin surges don't just affect blood sugar, they also flood your system with inflammatory molecules that target muscle cells throughout your legs, creating a constant state of cellular stress that prevents proper function and repair. The glucose syrups present an even more insidious threat because they bypass your body's natural satiety signals, allowing massive amounts of sugar to enter your bloodstream without triggering the fullness response that would normally stop you from overeating. This glucose overload overwhelms your muscle cells' ability to process energy efficiently, forcing them to store excess sugar as fat within the muscle tissue itself. This internal fat accumulation, called intramuscular adipose tissue, acts like sand in the gears of a machine, interfering with normal muscle contraction and making every movement feel harder and less efficient. When chronic inflammation takes hold, your muscle cells begin to deteriorate through a process that unfolds over weeks and months rather than days. The inflammatory molecules circulating in your bloodstream cause the walls of muscle cells to become leaky and permeable, allowing crucial internal components to escape while letting harmful substances infiltrate the cellular machinery. These compromised muscle cells, called myocytes, start leaking important enzymes and structural proteins that are essential for normal function. As these vital components seep out of damaged muscle cells, the remaining muscle fibers begin to contract and shrink, losing their ability to generate force effectively. This cellular shrinkage explains why you might notice unusual fatigue in your legs during activities that were once effortless, or why your endurance seems to decline even with light exercise. Your muscles are literally getting smaller and weaker from the inside out, even if the external appearance remains relatively unchanged. The synthetic flavorings found in these packets introduce an additional layer of toxicity that specifically targets the structural integrity of muscle fibers. Compounds like natural flavoring and caramel color often contain sulfite derivatives and aldehyde compounds that your evolutionary biology has never encountered. These artificial chemicals interfere with the protein networks that give muscle fibers their strength and flexibility, making them brittle and prone to microscopic damage that accumulates over time. The sulfite and aldehyde compounds create oxidative stress within muscle cells, generating harmful free radicals that attack the cellular machinery responsible for energy production and muscle contraction. This oxidative damage operates like rust, spreading through metal, gradually weakening the internal structures that allow muscles to function properly. The muscle fibers become increasingly fragile and inefficient, requiring more energy to produce less force while becoming more susceptible to injury during normal activities. This is where the combination with blueberries becomes particularly tragic. Blueberries contain powerful anthocyanins that normally work like specialized repair crews, targeting damaged muscle tissue and restoring healthy function through their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. These natural compounds are specifically designed to counteract oxidative stress and strengthen muscle fibers, making them more resilient and efficient. However, when your system is flooded with the inflammatory chaos created by flavored oatmeal ingredients, these precious blueberry compounds become completely overwhelmed. Instead of focusing on targeted muscle repair, the anthocyanins get consumed in a futile attempt to manage the widespread inflammation and oxidative damage caused by the artificial additives. It's like having a skilled medical team arrive to treat specific injuries, only to find themselves dealing with a massive disaster that exceeds their capacity to help. The artificial flavorings create an additional problem by chemically interfering with anthocyanin absorption and utilization. The sulfite derivatives can actually bind with beneficial compounds from blueberries, forming inactive complexes that your body cannot use for healing. This molecular sabotage ensures that even the anthocyanins that survive the initial inflammatory assault become neutralized before they can reach damaged muscle tissue. The end result is a perfect storm of muscle destruction. The flavored oatmeal creates ongoing damage, while simultaneously preventing the blueberries from providing their intended healing benefits. You're essentially paying for expensive superfood nutrients that provide zero benefit because they've been converted into useless compounds by the artificial ingredients in your breakfast. This daily cycle of damage and failed repair manifests as gradual changes that many people dismiss as normal aging or attribute to lack of exercise. You might notice that your legs feel heavier during routine activities, that you experience unusual burning sensations during light exercise, or that your overall endurance seems to decline for no apparent reason. These aren't inevitable signs of getting older. They're symptoms of chronic muscle poisoning caused by seemingly innocent breakfast choices. Breaking free from this destructive pattern requires strategic separation and careful ingredient awareness. Consume blueberries at least 3 hours away from any flavored oatmeal products, giving the anthocyanins time to work in a clean environment free from artificial interference. When you choose oats, select plain varieties that you flavor yourself with real cinnamon, fresh fruit, or small amounts of natural honey that don't trigger inflammatory responses. Most importantly, become vigilant about reading ingredient labels and recognizing the disguised names manufacturers use to hide sugar and artificial additives. Your muscle health depends on providing clean fuel without the inflammatory sabotage that undermines your body's natural repair systems. Every breakfast represents a choice between building lasting strength or creating cumulative weakness. Choose ingredients that support rather than sabotage your long-term mobility and vitality. Even if your oats seem healthy, one savory-sounding breakfast meat could be far more damaging. Food number 3. Breakfast, sausage blocks, blood flow, and starves. Your legs of oxygen and blueberry healing. Picture your leg muscles as a garden that needs constant water and nutrients to thrive. Every tiny blood vessel acts like an irrigation channel, delivering fresh oxygen and vital nutrients while washing away waste products that would otherwise poison the soil. Now imagine someone systematically blocking these channels with concrete, starving your muscle garden while toxic waste builds up around the roots. This is exactly what breakfast sausage does to your legs through a chemical assault that most people never connect to their morning meal. Breakfast sausage represents one of the most devastating threats to leg circulation because it combines multiple compounds that specifically target the small blood vessels feeding your lower extremities. Unlike fresh meat that provides clean protein for muscle building, processed sausage is loaded with nitrite preservatives and excessive sodium that create a perfect storm of vascular constriction, systematically choking off blood flow to the muscles that carry you through every day. The primary culprit in this vascular sabotage comes from nitrite preservatives, industrial chemicals added to maintain the appealing pink color and extend shelf life of processed meats. These preservatives don't just sit passively in your system. They actively attack the smooth muscle cells that line your blood vessels, forcing them to contract and remain tight. The small arteries and capillaries feeding your leg muscles become progressively narrower, like garden hoses being slowly pinched shut, drastically reducing the flow of life-giving blood to tissues that depend on constant circulation for proper function. This vascular constriction operates through a precise biological mechanism that unfolds over hours after consuming nitrite-laden sausage. The nitrites interfere with your blood vessels' natural ability to relax and expand, essentially putting your entire leg circulation system into a state of chronic lockdown. The tiny muscles that normally control blood vessel diameter lose their flexibility, becoming rigid and unresponsive to your body's demands for increased blood flow during movement or exercise. The effects of this circulation sabotage become immediately apparent in your legs, which require more blood flow than any other part of your body during daily activities. Your leg muscles begin to experience a gradual starvation as oxygen-rich blood struggles to squeeze through the nitrite-constricted vessels. The first symptoms appear as coldness in your feet and lower legs, even in warm conditions, as your circulation system fails to deliver adequate warmth and oxygen to these distant tissues. As the circulation restriction continues, your legs begin to develop that characteristic, heavy, leaden feeling that makes every step feel like you're walking through thick mud. The muscle cells, starved of oxygen and nutrients, can't generate energy efficiently, forcing you to work harder just to maintain normal movement. Simple activities like climbing stairs or walking longer distances become unexpectedly exhausting as your oxygen-deprived muscles struggle to meet even basic demands. The high sodium content in breakfast sausage compounds this vascular damage by creating additional stress on your circulatory system. Excessive sodium forces your body to retain extra fluid, increasing blood pressure and putting additional strain on the already constricted blood vessels feeding your legs. This double assault, nitrite-induced constriction combined with sodium-driven pressure, creates a devastating 1-2 punch that systematically undermines your leg circulation. The circulation problems manifest most noticeably during periods of rest, when your compromised blood flow struggles to maintain adequate tissue perfusion without the assistance of muscle movement. You might experience sudden leg cramps that strike without warning, particularly in the early morning hours or during sleep, as your circulation-starved muscles go into painful spasms when their energy reserves become critically depleted. The tingling and numbness that often accompany these circulation problems aren't signs of nerve damage. They're symptoms of oxygen-starved tissues crying out for the blood flow that nitrite preservatives have systematically blocked. Your leg muscles begin to accumulate metabolic waste products that healthy circulation would normally flush away, creating toxic buildup that further impairs muscle function and increases susceptibility to cramps and fatigue. This is where the combination with blueberries becomes particularly tragic and counterproductive. Blueberries contain powerful anthocyanins that work as natural vasodilators, specifically designed to open blood vessels and improve circulation throughout your body. These beneficial compounds should be flooding your leg muscles with healing antioxidants that reduce inflammation and restore healthy blood flow to oxygen-starved tissues. However, the nitrite-induced vascular constriction creates an impenetrable barrier that prevents these healing nutrients from reaching their intended targets. The anthocyanins circulate helplessly through your bloodstream, unable to penetrate the chemically induced circulation blockade that's starving your leg muscles of both oxygen and healing compounds. It's like having emergency medical supplies arrive at a disaster zone, only to find all the access roads blocked by fallen trees. The nitrites essentially hijack your circulatory control system, overriding the natural vasodilation signals that anthocyanins are trying to deliver. Even when these powerful plant compounds successfully bind to blood vessel receptors, the chemical interference from nitrite preservatives prevents the vessels from responding appropriately, leaving your legs trapped in a state of chronic circulation restriction. This vascular sabotage creates a cruel irony, where the very nutrients you're consuming to strengthen your legs become ineffective due to the circulation-blocking effects of processed meat preservatives. You end up paying for expensive superfood benefits that your body cannot utilize because the delivery system, your circulatory network, has been chemically disabled by artificial preservatives. The accumulated effects of this daily circulation sabotage become increasingly apparent over time. Your legs may feel progressively heavier and more prone to fatigue during activities that were once effortless. The morning stiffness that takes longer to work out, the cold feet that persist even with warm socks, and the sudden cramps that interrupt your sleep are all direct symptoms of nitrite-induced circulation damage that compounds with every serving of processed sausage. The only way to restore healthy leg circulation and allow blueberry nutrients to reach their intended targets is to completely eliminate nitrite-containing processed meats from your diet. The chemical warfare these preservatives wage against your vascular system is so severe that even small amounts can maintain the circulation blockade that prevents healing and recovery. If you want to maximize the circulation-enhancing benefits of blueberries, consume them at least 4 hours away from any processed meat products, giving your vascular system time to recover from nitrite-induced constriction. When choosing breakfast proteins, opt for fresh, unprocessed meats, or plant-based alternatives that provide clean nutrition without the chemical compounds that systematically destroy your leg circulation. Read ingredient labels carefully, avoiding anything containing sodium nitrite, sodium nitrate, or excessive sodium levels that compound the vascular damage. Your leg strength and endurance depend on maintaining healthy blood flow to deliver the oxygen and nutrients your muscles need while removing the waste products that impair function. Every meal choice either supports this vital circulation or systematically undermines it. Choose foods that enhance rather than destroy your body's ability to nourish and maintain strong, healthy legs. The foods we once trusted to start our mornings, the sweet syrup on pancakes, the warm, flavored oatmeal, the savory breakfast sausage may no longer serve our aging legs the way they used to. What feels familiar on the plate may quietly be draining the strength from your steps. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up everything or change your whole routine overnight. Even the smallest change, like eating your blueberries on their own, or switching to plain oats with cinnamon, or simply skipping that processed meat once or twice a week, can make a meaningful difference. These quiet swaps can protect your circulation, reduce inflammation, and give your leg muscles the support they deserve. If you're ready to take just one gentle step toward stronger legs this week, share this with someone who still believes those breakfasts are harmless. Your legs have carried you through weddings, vacations, long workdays, and walks around your favorite neighborhood. They've supported you when you stood for others. They've waited patiently while you gave your energy to everyone else. Now they deserve that same care in return. Maybe that early fatigue isn't just from aging. Maybe those heavy legs or nighttime cramps aren't something you have to accept. Maybe it's breakfast that needs to grow with you, not the other way around. And the beautiful part, these changes aren't dramatic or difficult. They're small, doable, and surprisingly powerful. One smarter breakfast, one steadier walk, one morning that feels better than the last. That's how strong legs begin again.